welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Emma. Today's video, as you can probably tell from the title and from the thumbnail, is going to be a July favourites video. In this video I'm just going to be talking through my favourites of the month. There's a few different bits and bobs in this video. Some fashion, some skincare, some beauty, some book recommendation, and also some music favourites. Everything that I mentioned in this video I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. Just a quick note before we get into this video, I do actually have a bit of a cough at the moment, so if my voice sounds croaky or a little bit weird in this video, that is why. But I did still want to film a video and get a video up for you this week and not miss another upload. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get on into the favourites video. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is a pair of shoes, and then my only fashion favourite that I want to show you in this video. I do have other like fashion favourites from this month. However, I did film a clothing haul last week, which I'll link in the cards if you haven't seen it. I showed you all my clothing pieces in there that I bought for my holiday, which I've been absolutely loving and loved wearing on my holiday. But the one thing I did want to mention in this video that I didn't actually take on my holiday but did want to give a special mention to, because I've been loving these the past few months, is my Birkenstocks. They're looking a bit grubby, so excuse that. But yeah, I got these for my birthday earlier this year, and obviously with it just being summer, I've only really just started to wear them, and I'm absolutely in love with them. I just think they're a really cool, easy, effortless shoe. I feel like Birkenstocks are kind of one of those love it, hate it shoes. Some people think they're really ugly, some people really like them. I am one of those who really likes them. They're a little bit dirty, I need to clean them. I think they just look good and good with anything, like whether that's like a pair of jeans or denim shorts or like a dress or something. Like, I think they're just a really easy, cool shoe, go with everything in my wardrobe. They're really easy to slip on, so if I'm just popping to the shop, they're just really quick and easy. I don't have to faff around with like buckles or laces or anything like that. Mine are in like this more natural colour. I'm not sure what the colour is called off the top of my head, but I will leave these linked down below if you want to know the exact colour these are in. But yeah, because they're that neutral colour, they just kind of go with everything in my wardrobe, and I'm just really been loving them. They're really comfortable. They did take a little bit of wearing in, but they've kind of moulded to my feet now, and I really love them. I kind of want the closed toe ones for like when we're coming into autumn winter, because I feel like I'll get a lot of wear out of those, because I've been getting a lot of wear out of these, and especially like in the summer when it's been really warm recently. It's been quite warm here in the UK. They're just a really easy shoe, and yeah, I really like them, so they are my first favourite. Okay, and then moving on to beauty favourites. The first one is kind of random, but I did just want to recommend this in this video because I really enjoyed it on holiday. And it's a sun cream, and this is the Garnier Ambre Solaire Hydra 24 Hour Protect 50 Plus Hydrating Protection Lotion. Just looks like this. I thought I'd just recommend this in this video because this is the sun cream that I used on holiday, and it worked really well. It sunk in really quickly. The whole bottle like lasted me a week. This is actually a second bottle because I bought a couple of bottles, but a whole bottle like lasted me a week, like really easily. As you can probably tell, I'm very fair skinned and actually like a little bit gingery, so I burn really easily in the sun. So having a good SPF that means I'm not going to burn is really important to me. Hence why I tend to go for an SPF 50, 30 at a minimum. But yeah, this is the one I took on holiday with me to Spain, and yeah, it was just really, like I said, it was really easy to apply. It sunk in really quickly. It's like really easy to get out of the bottle. It's not like where you're like banging the bottle on your hand to try to get it out. And yeah, it was just a really good sun cream. It's pretty affordable as well. I think I picked this up in Asda for like £6 a bottle or something. But yeah, it was just a really good sun cream. I didn't burn at all on holiday. I mean, I didn't tan, but I didn't try to tan. And yeah, I just thought it was a really good sun cream, and this is definitely something that I will repurchase for future holidays. So I did just want to recommend it in this video for all my fair-skinned people. Okay, and then moving on to a hair care product. This I did take on holiday as well, and I absolutely love this. It's from a brand that I've never heard of before, and I actually got this in a Look Fantastic box, and it is the We Are Paradox Repair 3-in-1 Conditioner, Hair Mask and Finishing Cream. It just looks like this. Also, side note, I know it doesn't really matter, but the packaging is really nice. It's like that like metal tube packaging, which I really like. This was just a really nice hair product. I use this as my conditioner on holiday, and it just kept my hair looking really fresh and nice and smooth, especially when you're on holiday, like when you're in the pool and in the sea and getting all the chlorine and the salt water, and obviously like you're sweating a lot. Your hair, I feel like my hair can feel really dry and quite damaged, but this was just really nice. Using this every time I wash my hair on holiday. I kind of I use this more as a conditioner than as a hair mask or finishing cream, but I feel like it would be a really nice hair mask. It's a really nice formula. I kind of just put it on the length and ends of my hair, and yeah, my hair felt really, really nourished, and I was really happy with my hair on holiday. And I feel like this is just a really nice conditioner. They're also 90% plastic free and 99% natural and vegan and cruelty free, which I think is really cool from a brand, that they're making those steps to be sustainable and like plastic free and like obviously being cruelty free and everything. But yeah, I just really, really like it. It was a really nice conditioner for silk like softness. So yeah, I would definitely say it did definitely do that for my hair. My hair felt really, really soft and really, really nourished, and like I say, my hair can get quite dry on holiday, so having a good quality conditioner is just really important for me. And yeah, it was just a really nice product, and I would definitely be interested in checking out more from this brand, because like I say, I haven't really heard of them before, and I thought it was just a really good product to take on holiday. It's also a really good size. It's like 50 ml, so if you're going on holiday and have to have like hand luggage, because I think it's under 100 ml, and normally conditioners can be quite big bottles, this is a really good option. And yeah, I also really like that it's a 3-in-1, so if you are going traveling or something, you can take like a conditioner and a hair mask in one, rather than having to take 2 separate products. And yeah, I think just because it has got, obviously it is built to also be a hair mask, it has got those extra nourishing qualities in it as a conditioner that just really help nourish your hair. But yeah, I really, really liked it, really recommend it, and I will definitely be checking out more from this brand. Okay, moving on to skincare. I've only got one skincare product that I want to mention. I have actually previously done like a summer beauty favourites, which is like my summer beauty staples, which I'll link in the cards if you haven't seen, if you want to see more like makeup and skincare and other products that I really enjoy using in the summer. These are just a couple of products that I didn't actually mention in that video, but I've really been loving. And the first one is a moisturizer, and this was from Kiko. I picked this up when I was in London. I did a vlog actually, from a vlog of London and a haul, which I'll link in the cards if you haven't seen it. So yeah, I picked this up in the Kiko store in London, and this is the Kiko Holiday Fable Pearly Radiance Moisturizing Gel. Now I'm not sure if this is still available, this exact one, because I think this was part of their like Christmas holiday collection. I will try leave linked something similar from Kiko. It might just be that it's like repackaged in different packaging, but I absolutely love this. It's like a gel moisturizer with like these little gold beads, and yeah, I just really, really love it as a moisturizer. It's really hydrating. I really like a gel moisturizer in the summer. I find it really refreshing on my skin, especially when it's like first thing in the morning or it's like a really, really hot day. Putting a gel moisturizer on my face is just a really nice feeling. It just helps cool my face and like soothe the skin, which is always a really nice feeling. In the winter I tend to go for more of a cream. It's a little bit thicker, but I feel like a gel moisturizer just works really, really well in the summer months. It's a little bit lighter, but it still gives you that hydration, and then like I say, it's got that cooling effect. And I just really, really like this one. I actually did buy another moisturizer that I was going to take on holiday, but I didn't actually like it, and I think it was breaking me out. That was from another brand. So I took this with me, and I just really, really liked it. It was really nice. It works really nicely under makeup. It sinks in really nicely. It sinks in quite quickly as well, so you're not sitting around waiting ages, because it is a little bit more of a lighter formula, being a gel consistency. And then it's got like these little beads in it, so like they like add a little bit of radiance and a little bit of sheen to your skin. So it just adds a really nice finish to the skin, as well as like hydrating your skin. It adds a nice little sheen and finish, which is just really nice for either just not wearing makeup and just going at like bare face, or popping makeup on top of as well. And yeah, it was just a really nice moisturizer. I really, really like it. It is a little inconvenient to travel with because it is in a glass pot, and it is quite heavy, but I do really, really like it. And yeah, I really like a gel moisturizer in the summer, and if you are in the market for one, I'd really recommend checking out Kiko, because this is just a really nice moisturizer. Okay, and then moving on to kind of a skincare makeup hybrid, and that is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Just looks like this. Obviously mine is well loved and well used, as you can see. It's like this like thick creamy texture. It's actually really creamy. I expected it to be a little bit more thicker and a little bit more stiffer, but like it's really, really creamy. You kind of just pick it up, and then I just kind of put it on my pores and rub it in, and it's just really, really good at filling in your pores and making your face look poreless, and really just evening out the skin's texture, and just making sure that when you put makeup on top of this, it's not gonna sink into the pores, which is one of my biggest problems with makeup. I'm very, very late to the party with this. People have been raving about this for ages, and I only picked it up a couple of months ago. It's just really good for filling in the pores. It is also only £10, which is a really, really good price. Obviously there are other pore filling primers on the market, but a lot of them tend to be a bit more high end. It sinks really nicely into the skin. I actually use a spatula to get this out because I don't like using my fingers because it does get under my nails, and then just kind of rub it in all of my, like around my nose and pore area, and just kind of in the center of my face where I get pores, and it just sinks in really nicely. I do like leave it to sit a little bit and just set a little bit before I go in with makeup, just to make sure that it's like sunk into the skin and it's not like sitting on top of the skin, and it just makes my skin look a lot more smooth and perfected. And yeah, because I can really struggle with pores, especially like around this area of my face. And this is just really good product. It's really nice. Makeup lasts really well on top of it as well. Yeah, it's just it's been a really good new step into my makeup routine. Really like this, really recommend it if you're on the market for something to just help fill in your pores. Okay, and then the only makeup product I want to mention is a powder bronzer, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I'm not sure what shade mine's in because it's all like rubbed off on the back, as you can see, but it just looks like this. It's beautiful packaging as always with Charlotte Tilbury, and it just looks like this. Also, it has this like really big mirror, which is really good. And this is the shade, as you can see. I will try find out what shade it is and let you know down below or on screen or something. But yeah, I really love this bronzer. It's a really nice smoothing bronzer. It really helps like smooth out my face. I do normally go in with like a cream bronzer, but then I do use a powder bronzer just to set that in place. And I just find this works really nicely. It goes onto my face really nicely. It blends really nicely. I feel like some bronzers I've used in the past are a little bit too pigmented, so when I put them on my face I kind of find it hard to blend, and I kind of end up with my bronzer looking a little bit patchy. But this doesn't do that at all. It just goes on really nice and smoothly. I've actually got it on today, and this is a really nice colour for me. Obviously they do a variety of shades if this colour is too light or too dark for you. One thing I will say is the packaging is huge. Like, it's absolutely a massive bronzer. I don't know if you can see that, like, compared to like a normal bronzer, but like, look at the size of my hand. It's like my whole hand, which is kind of, I love, because it means you get a lot of product, and I quite like how big it is, and also it means the mirror is a decent size. But then also it does take up quite a lot of room in my makeup bag for travelling. But I did still take this on holiday and use it, and I absolutely loved it. I don't think I've tried a Charlotte Tilbury product I didn't like, to be honest, at the moment. But yeah, I just really like it. It's a really good bronzer. It is obviously on the higher end for makeup, but this is going to last me for ages because it is such a big pan and you do get a lot of product. It's just a really nice product, and I really love it. And yeah, I do actually also want to try their cream bronzers. I don't need a new cream bronzer, but I do really want to try their cream bronzer because I've heard good things and I just love a cream bronzer. But yeah, this is a really nice powder bronzer. I'd really recommend, if you haven't tried this, giving it a go. It's just a really nice product and it goes on really nicely. Yeah, what more could you want? Let me just take a little tea break. I can hear my voice getting croaky in my head, and I'm hoping it's not too croaky on the camera. I probably shouldn't have chosen to film such a chatty video when my voice is like this. Maybe I should have filmed something a little bit more like a, well, I didn't really have to talk. But okay, and then for book recommendations, this is probably going to come as no surprise because this has been a very hyped book over the past couple of years. And I finally got round to reading it, and it is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I wanted to try some of her books for a while. I've never read any Taylor Jenkins Reid. I got a couple, and then I kind of saw a TikTok saying that if you want to read her books, you should read this one first, because I think some of the characters she mentions in this book she mentions in her other books, so it's kind of like a nice little throwback. So this was the first one I've read of hers, and I absolutely loved it. I kind of went into this book thinking I was going to like it. I didn't know if I was going to love it, just because I feel like when books are so hyped, it puts me off a little bit. Like when a book is really hyped, or like a TV show is really hyped, I'm like, is this actually going to be as good as everyone is saying it is? And this really was. I really loved this book. Without giving too many spoilers, I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody who wants to read this book, because I really recommend reading it if you haven't. It is about a woman named Evelyn Hugo, who was a movie star in the 50s and 60s, who basically, as the name suggests, had 7 husbands, and she's older in life and she hasn't made movies, and she's kind of been out in the spotlight for a good number of years. And she decides to give an interview about her life because she decides she wants her memoir written by a Pacific journalist named Monique. And so the book is basically Evelyn telling Monique about her life, about her 7 husbands, why she had 7 husbands. She goes, it's kind of split into 7 sections, and then within that there's chapters, but it's split into 7 sections about each husband and her relationship with each husband and what happened. And there's kind of like little twists and turns in the story as well. There's like little surprises, little things that you didn't expect. It keeps you going with the story. But the one thing I really loved about this book, and I hope is continued in other Taylor Jenkins Reid's books is her ability to create a character. I just feel like with this book you get so attached to Evelyn as a person, even though she's not real. She almost seems like a real person, and you can kind of almost imagine somebody in Hollywood is quite like her in real life. And one thing I really like as well about the choice the author made is she's a very dynamic character. She's not like, she's a very complex character. She goes after what she wants, and sometimes you like her and sometimes like she does things that are questionable, but I think that really just helps make her seem more like a real person, because she isn't like one-dimensional. It's not like, is she good or is she bad? She's kind of just like telling you her life story, and you can kind of empathize and understand why she made the decision she did, although you might not necessarily agree with her decisions. I think it's also a very interesting book from a woman's perspective, about a woman in Hollywood, and I can imagine it was quite similar for a lot of women in Hollywood in real life in the 50s and 60s, and maybe still is. So there's kind of a little narrative on that, and about like the character that you put out into the world, especially when you're in the public eye and famous. And yeah, it's just a really lovely book. It's got a bit of everything in there. And I just really enjoyed it. I cried multiple times, especially towards the end, and I was actually really sad to finish it because I was sad to like end her story. And yeah, I just thought it was a really good book, and I'd really recommend it if you're into, whether you're into reading or not. It's actually quite an easy read, I will say that. So if you're not normally someone who does read a lot, and you want to start getting into reading, it's quite an easy read. So if you want like a holiday read or just something quick, I can be quite slow with reading. It takes me a little bit it can take me a little while to get into a book, but with this I got through it really quickly. I finished it by like day 2 of the holiday, but it's just a really good book, and I'd really recommend it. And if you do read it or have read it, let me know in the comments below so I can talk to somebody about it, because I was telling my family who I was with on holiday all about the book, and I mean none of them had read it, so I had no clue what was going on about. But I just really love this book, and I'm excited to read some more Taylor Jenkins Reid. But yeah, I will say this is one of those TikTok books that is worth the hype, in my opinion. Okay, and then moving on to music favourites. I am just on my Spotify because I listen to all my music on Spotify. But my first music favourite is the new album from Sabrina Carpenter, Emails I Can't Send. I feel like this album has been like highly anticipated because she released like Skinny Dipping a good long while ago. And I really loved that song, and also Fast Times, which is something a bit more recent that she released. So I was really excited when she released the album, and I really love it. It's a really good album. I really recommend it. My 2 favourites, one is Decode. I think that's a brilliant song. It's the last song on the album, and it's a great way to sign off the album. It's just a really good message in the song, and I think it's kind of something that like a lot of like people can relate to as well. So yeah, I really love that one. But my absolute favourite song is Nonsense, and I can't stop listening to Nonsense on repeat. It's constantly in my head. It's so catchy. A lot of people say, and I would agree, it does give me a little bit of Ariana Grande like Sweetener vibes. Back when in like the Sweetener era, it does give me kind of those vibes. But it's just a great song on its own, and it's just so catchy. Honestly, if you haven't listened to it, I'd really recommend you go listen to it. And it will be stuck in your head for days because it's just constantly in my head. It is a bit like nonsensical, some of it, but it's just so good. And it's such a fun song to listen to. And yeah, I mean the whole album is really good. There's some really good like more emotional songs on there, some more like upbeat songs, and yeah, it didn't disappoint the album at all. And then my other music obsession has been Maggie Rogers. I started listening to her a couple of months ago now, and I'm just obsessed. Her new album comes out on Friday, so if you're watching this video on the day it goes live, her new album is already out. For me, as I'm filming this, it's Wednesday, so I've got to wait 2 more days, and I cannot wait for the new album. First songs that I've been obsessed with were Overnight, Light On and Burning, which are from her older album. Really love those. Was like listening to those on repeat, especially Burning. Burning is just a brilliant song. And then I was like, oh, I love these 3 songs, let me listen to some more of her discography. So I listened to some more, and I really love Love You For A Long Time and Back In My Body. Back In My Body is a beautiful song. I love that song so much. And then obviously now she's got the new album coming out. She's had a few new songs come out. My favourite of those is Horses. It's a stunning song. Just go listen to Horses by Maggie Rogers if you haven't. But yeah, I just absolutely love her at the moment. She's been just my musical obsession. I've been listening to Maggie Rogers songs on repeat, and I've actually got tickets to go see her in Birmingham in November, which I'm very excited about. I'm dragging Alex along with me. He doesn't really know any songs, but he's coming with me whether he likes it or not, and I'm really excited because I mean, I love going to live music. Yeah, that should be really good. But yeah, I think that's everything for this video. Like I said at the beginning, everything that I mentioned I'll leave a link down below, and shades and everything like that in case I've forgotten everything. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I hope my voice hasn't been too bad in this video. I can't, like, I can hear myself in my head, but I can't tell what I'm going to sound like on camera, so hopefully my voice isn't too nasally or too croaky in this video. But if you did enjoy this video anyway, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your current favourites have been. If you've got any like music recommendations or book recommendations or recommendations of anything based off of what I've mentioned in this video. If you're new here, I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next week in a brand new video. Goodbye.